This weekend, a lot of parents and caregivers are taking advantage of tax free shopping. And every little bit helps. I cannot deny that. I remember those days just like, okay, let me get the school list ready, let me make sure, oh my goodness, they didn't send the school list, and going in and checking it out, or Walmart would have some of the local lists and slumming through, making sure that I had everything. That was a big deal. And I don't know about y'all. Were y'all out there this weekend? I mean, the weekend's not over. We do have tomorrow as well. But I remember those days. And I can say that once the weekend is over, the expenses don't stop. I remember getting all the things, checking everything off the supply list. And after doing that, the first day of school comes and the teachers give another list. And I'm like, what? I don't know if that happened to you, but that happened to me. And I'm like, they should have sent that beforehand, especially during tax-free weekend. That I could have took advantage and gotten all those things. No, life could have been too perfect. That didn't happen. So, once the weekend is over, the expenses don't stop. So for many family, it's not just school supplies. It's everything else that comes with taking care of our family and those that are, in school. You know, I told y'all about the time with me getting things for school, but I also have to be able to take care and do things for my mom as well. And I was laid off. And then after getting laid off, it took a while for me to get a job. I started my own cleaning business. In the course of that, I had to start helping my mom out because she needed caretaking and I needed flexibility. And when the money started to get strange and I needed that flexibility, I was looking for savings like tax free weekends and coupons and who has this sale, who doesn't have that sale. I remember we had Food Line, Kroger, Walmart, and how I would go to and Dollar Tree, and I would go to Walmart to get something, Dollar Tree to get other, all these. I'm going to all these little different stores to buy the little itty bitty things that I needed to save money in order to make ends meet. I remember doing that. And then on top of that, needing flexibility, that was a big deal. Hey Chelsea, how are you doing? Were you taking advantage of the tax-free weekend? Yep. A lot of people were out there. And it was hot. Here in Virginia, it was blazing. I know the humidity made it feel like it was 100 degrees. And I didn't even, my mom went inside Walmart. I didn't even go inside Walmart. I refused to go in there. I sat in the car and checked my emails and responded to emails and messages. I couldn't do it. And she came back and I was like, "Where's your stuff?" She said they only had 4 lanes open and people was in the self checkout. Hello, Al. They were in the self checkout and they had things piled up. She left her stuff there. Didn't even go and do it because it was so packed from everybody taking advantage of what sales they could do for their kids. Yeah. So that 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 is it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Now sometimes I wonder with those tax-free weekends how many things are marked up and how many aren't, But yeah, that is definitely something. Hello, Jello. That is something that is a big deal. Is a big deal. A lot of people are taking advantage of it through the tax-free weekend because it's not just school supplies, it's clothes, different things for the lunch boxes. It's so much more. And even as being a caregiver, like I said, my mom took her to the store to take advantage of getting a few things too that she can cut costs for. So, you know, this one weekend is helpful. It really is, but there are 51 other weeks in the store. Okay, you have to go in. All right. No problem. I'll see you another night. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, hi, Nose. Is that Nosy? Okay. I like that screen name. Were you out there in the tax-free weekend doing some shopping today? Yeah, I was just talking about how crowded it was in the stores and how you take advantage of those particular things to save money. I know that's right. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was really crazy. I had to go out. I needed some creamer for my coffee, and I am a coffee drinker, so I was losing it. You don't like going out? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Sometimes the safest place is to be at home. It really is. It really is. Yeah. Oh, hey, Al, you're back. Okay. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, safest place is to be home. I try to go in and, go out and then hurry up and back in, praying that there's no traffic. Praying that there's no traffic. Yeah. And it's crazy because I was just talking about the flexibility that I needed when I had to start helping caretake for my mom. And I needed something to help me reduce my hours cleaning houses because I have a cleaning business too. Yet traffic is the worst. And the worst thing about traffic is if they're working on the roads at the same time. Yeah, yeah, that is terrible. That is terrible. So I like what I do now as being a travel advisor because I do work from home. So I do a lot of things online that I don't have to go outside. Except I clean houses now 4 days out of the month. Thank goodness, because the travel business has afforded me that time freedom. But yeah, I do not miss traffic. Not at all. So where are y'all chiming in from? Okay. You choose to work from home too. What type of work do you do, Nosy? Oh, you're still in school? Okay. Okay. College, high school, what kind of school? Okay. Okay. So school's already started for you? Oh, you're in school too, Al? Okay. So y'all were out there doing some shopping for school. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. Yeah. But that's good. That's good. That's good. Hi, Dorothy. Yep. So, what was the biggest back to school expense that you had to take care of? Okay. No. All right. Hey, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I know some people are out there buying computers. Some people were okay, nothing much, had everything. Okay, that's good. Okay, great. Yeah. I know that some people, I know my granddaughter needed some new shoes, so I know her parents went to go get her some shoes today. Yeah. Those extra expenses, it does help when you do have those tax-free weekends. It definitely does help. It's just my concern with the way the economy is now, that what happens after tax-free weekend? What other things, what kind of costs can be cut? Yeah, amen to that, right? What kind of costs can be cut? Um, and it's sad because when it comes down to children, it's like they get bullied. Some, if if they don't get the name brand clothes, if they don't do, no problem, Al. It's okay. I got thick skin, but it's the cost of name brand things. Sometimes you want to get the basics, and then when you get the basics, then the children aren't happy because they feel they're going to be teased. So it's so much pressure now. And when things cost so much, what are you supposed to, how are you supposed to move around? What are you supposed to do, especially when you already work? I know for me, when my children was school age, I worked odd schedules because I was in leadership. So it was one of those things that sometimes I work at night, sometimes I work during the day, sometimes I would have to bring work home, you know, and still my kids wanted the attention that they deserve to have. And it's like, where am I going to get a part-time job at? Yeah, the peer pressure. Yeah, yeah. And it's like, as a parent, I know that I wanted to give my kids all the things that I could. But when it came down to some of those name brand things, it was like, okay, we got to pay the lights. We got to pay mortgage. We got to pay rent. I can't get you that name brand item, but I can get you some new jeans. I can get you some new shoes, but it won't be that. And even though they were appreciative, it was the pressure with the kids at school. So I as a parent desired to make as much money as I could in order to provide them the things, the basics and the wants as well. And back then, when my children were younger, because they're, as you can see by my gray hair, I don't have any small kids anymore. I'm a grandma. So back then, when I think healthy friend groups are important, especially in high school. So true. So true. So true. But also having that dialogue that hopefully that if they don't have good friend groups, that they have, what would you do when uh I can't give that type of advice. I can't do that. Mm-mm. I can't do that. But I do feel that hopefully, just going on what Nosy has stated, that with if you don't have a healthy peer group, then hopefully you have a good relationship with your parents or another adult that you can talk to and be able to express some of those things so that you can get the advice. True. True, Nosy. That's true. Well, I can't give advice on that because that don't sound appropriate. I don't know who. I think you have a dot by your name. But um hello, hello, hello. All right. So I was saying that when it comes down to making sure that my kids were getting what they wanted past tax free day, I had to always find other ways to earn income. And back then it was a lot easier to do that, to juggle it. But as times have changed over the years, it's not that easy. So how can someone earn extra money? There's DoorDash, there's Uber, there's Instacart. There's all types of different ways that people can earn money that they don't have to quit their job. They don't have to sacrifice time with their family. And they can be able, hi, Amor, they can be able to handle not just those back to school expenses, but they can also handle any surprises that come up throughout the year. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. So if you all could create an extra stream of income to go along with what you're doing, be it school. I know my granddaughter, she makes bracelets and jewelry and things of that nature. What would you do alongside with what you're already doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear your mom pass. Thank thank you, more.